Started this morning off with a psychiatrist appointment. I told you guys I needed to get back on those meds, and I wasn't talking, like, I'm jokingly talking about ADD. I probably will go back to that, but I'm talking about my PTSD medication. Don't wait until, if you have a mental health diagnosis and like you seek therapy sometimes or psychiatry, don't wait until it gets really bad. I feel like I know that I should have been here a lot sooner, but something that kept me from that is I'm self-pay, and there's very few places that you can go being self-pay. And the wait, once you book an appointment, it's not like you get right in for mental health services. Typically there's a pretty significant wait. And I always, especially because I have a master's in education counseling, and you know, I teach mental health professionals for the state of Kentucky a lot, but also structure programs for success around the US. So I've always felt like, oh, Brittany, you know what to do. But sometimes psychiatry works really good for me, especially if my PTSD is being triggered. The PTSD kind of, the AD and the PTSD, they just really feed off of each other. And so if I'm not doing great with one, it kind of affects the other, especially if it starts with the PTSD thing. Let's continue this productive momentum. Here, I got a new toy, this little suction cup thing.
All right, so we are headed to Matter and Ball Trail. We're about to do Matter and Ball to Albright Grove Loop, some of the biggest trees in the park. Some of the biggest trees probably on the, like, east of the Mississippi, at least. The girls are not with us. They are visiting family, and we take the opportunity when they go to go do some things that we really can't do too much when they're here. So this one's about 6.5 miles altogether. It would be something that they probably wouldn't be too keen on doing. So we're going to take the opportunity for this week to kind of do things, just the two of us, and we're excited about that as well. And I don't have my seatbelt on. All right, seatbelt secured now.
Last time they left, we chilled, and I really regretted it because we probably hiked. This is interesting. So we moved here, and we hike less than when we didn't live here, because we would take trips all the time, would have family watch the girls to go hike.
Yeah, and so it's difficult because that's what I would do mostly if we had the opportunity. The thing is like when the girls are in school, you have, you know, you get them to school at 8 o'clock, and then you have to be back in line and pick them up right around 2.
We've done all the hikes that we can do solo in that amount of time.
Yeah, but there's just not enough time. So we've hit all the ones that we can hit that way. And then plus, like, if we're in the park, we don't have cell phone service, and the girls are at school when something happens, then we don't know, you know, there's no way to know that because we don't have any service. And then
family and friends, when they visit, you don't want to be like, oh, here, watch the kids for 8 hours, because they're there to visit you.
Yeah.
So it really puts you in a spot. Gotta trade the Yeezys out. Eric just disrespects his Yeezys all the time. He just hiking in Gucci shoes, Yeezys. I'm gonna switch them out for the trail running shoes. These are the most comfortable shoe you'll ever put on your feet. Not just this one specifically, but this type of Yeezy. The only thing that I've seen on this trail, if we're doing like animal count, is 1 beetle bug and 2 million gnats. Oh, he's a tiny one. Like Keegan would say, you're gonna get a tick. When we first moved down here, the girls were so excited to have woods because we were in those subdivisions that were new and they had no trees. And so they were excited to have the woods in the back. And first day they were out exploring, came back. Keegan was online school then because it was during that time. And you heard her scream as she found a tick and threw it on her floor. It was in her hair, and she was so done. And ever since then, no more venturing in the woods. We're definitely the only ones on this hike, but zero creepy vibes. Nothing but peacefulness. I was walking and I seen this trail looking thing to the side, and there's a rock wall back here. How far is this wall? That was, what's his name's wall? What's his name? Is
Willis Baxter.
This Willis Baxter's wall?
Yeah, probably, I guess. I don't know.
It goes, looks like all the way to that tree there.
No,
those big ones.
It goes farther.
It does go farther. I think it ends though past these big trees here. Nope.
No, I still can't see the end of it.
We're still going. Where's the end of your wall, Baxter Wallace?
That's crazy.
Ow! It was one of those thorn leaves. Oh wow. We're still going. We're still going. Is this something that I should have took on an investigation when we have limited amount of sunlight? No. But when am I going to come back? Eric just said, he's recording up there. He just said, Wallace. And I was like, oh, you see him? Should I back out? Still. I think this is where people turned around and gave up. Because like the path that I've been on is starting to get not it. Oh, it's still going. I guess you always wonder, how far back does Mr. Wallace slash maybe Willis Baxter. I guess you'll always be wondering, how long was Willis Baxter's rock wall? A lot of these types of rocks on the trail, like big ones. It's a big boy. No, I think from you to that looks very...
Some of these mushrooms, there's some mushrooms going out of here.
They're like Fortnite ones?
Well, I think some of these mushrooms are older than most other trees in some places in the park. Check these out.
Look at that guy. When you're like, we've at least went almost a mile, and then you realize, no, it's 0.3 miles.
Yeah. So it's so right here at the trailhead we've went 1.2. It's been a steady uphill, and it will continue to be. But you'll see over to the left over there is Gabe's Mountain Trail that takes you over to Cosby Campground, and then the trail going off this way is Matter and Bald. This is the trail that we're going on up to Albright Grove.
I just screamed. I've never captured one personally. Do you see him? I see everybody finding snails on a trail. This little guy was in the tree. Get him.
What, the snail?
He's gonna run away.
The snail, it's not gonna run away, it's a snail.
He almost got away. Completely different spot.
He's not doing nothing.
It's a Mario mushroom if I've ever seen one. This is the Trail of Mushrooms. This is probably one of the biggest bridges like this I've seen over this massive flowing water.
Man, it's awesome.
The surfing guy said that I surf like a gymnast. That's what he was talking about. These stairs, love these stairs.
How long I've been wanting to see this sign right here?
How long?
Man, at least 20 years. Like, and it's not that the trail's so difficult or anything like that. It's just I've never made time to do it. It's just never worked out. But I'm glad to be here today.
Steven. Text him. Talk about it. Check out those rings. What was your hike?
It was really good, other than the fact that I got stung by like 10 yellow jackets.
I only throw in baby clips, so the full thing will be on the main channel at some point.
And just so you know, if you clicked on this video, that's an entirely different channel And if you would, go help Brittany out and sub to the channel too. Because a lot of people are watching, but I think a lot of people are confused and think that it's possibly just the main channel. So, but yeah, man, I've been waiting at least 20 years to make it up to Albright Grove, and despite getting stung by the Yellow Jackets, I still like it. It didn't take anything away from it. Obviously, I wish I didn't get stung by the Yellow Jackets, but it was a really cool experience.
You have to do it at least once just to see it.
Oh yeah, man! Just standing among those big old trees, man, it's something else. It's spectacular.